That's better, since my OBS decided to default my microphone to the webcam. So that's just not going to work. Get that out of my ear so I'm not getting that dreaded underwater sound as well. So hopefully you can all hear me okay. I'm going to try and adjust this mic a bit. Bring it up there. It wants some screen time, people. It's going to get some screen time. Especially if I keep falling down in the chair. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Exchange stuff failed. Alright, let's go and get these relisted and see who's decided to tank the market this time. So, the plan for tonight is we're going to play with the new Muds bundle. Yeah, this was delayed from yesterday. Otherwise, I would have streamed last night. And I may be cheating slightly as well, and you'll see why in a second. I'll just take all these and get them back up on the exchange. Hey Kane, how we doing? I'll say get them back up on the exchange. Let's see who's tanked what, shall we? And that's about the average price for that, so that's fine. I've noticed of late that there's been at least one player that's going in and posting things at 50% below the lowest offer on the exchange. So either they're desperate for the EC, they don't know what the hell they're doing. To hell, that's going to go into the fleet bank. Or they're deliberately trying to tank the markets. So that's fine. Put that up to, it'll be cheeky. 2495. So 25 was that? No. 2395. There we go. This basically I don't have a use for it, so I want to get rid of it. Yeah, getting there. Been a busy day at work. We're under quite a bit of pressure at the moment to get this offshore platform works finished before it sails away next month. So we're all running about, doing things at lastminute.com. So yes, so the new Muds bundle. I was shocked I say, to see that they had the Crossfield, the Anoraks and the Bastille on it. Honestly, I had absolutely no clue that was coming. Which is why I'm sitting in my Crossfield refit just now. So, this isn't the one from the Muds bundle. I've not bought that yet. This is the one I got with one of the event campaigns a few years back when it first was available. So, I've just got it on the standard refit skin. So, I'll have a quick run through the stats on the ship. Matter of fact, I'm just trying to remember. Switch that over here. I'm going to the wiki. I'm trying to remember the last time I bought a Muds bundle when it was just released. So I'm going to go through and have a look at the Muds bundles. And it's because I honestly can't remember if I actually have ever done so. Bundles. There we are. So have a quick look at the Muds bundles. Unification. Wasn't touching that with a barge pole. Same with the Lower Decks one. Same with the Old Rivals. Same with the 32nd Century Legacy. Now, I avoided that at the time, but on one of my free-to-play accounts, I do have the Kirk. And I actually quite like it. So, come Black Friday, as most likely the next Muds bundle sale, I'm tempted. And but not sold on the idea yet. wasn't interested in the Soul System one. Oh, there it is there, actually. That's the last one and the only one I bought on day of release. Was the Dread Through the Ages. And I took the 2 Dreadnoughts packs. I didn't take the 32nd Century ship, I didn't fancy that. I can't remember, did I take the T6 coupons or did I take the Phoenix? Memory's not as good as it used to be. But yeah, so that's been the one and only one that I have bought on day of release, is the Dread Through the Ages until now. So let's have a look at the crossfield refit. Yeah, we all know it's from Discovery. And we all know my feelings on Discovery, so we don't need to go into that. It's got the nice 40-part nacelles that do reconnect when you go to warp. That's quite a nice animation effect. Lighting on it isn't too bad either. So I do have this as X2. I've got it as a side torp build just now, so I've got the standard torpedoes on it. The old revolutionary 3-piece on there as well. But I am severely tempted to swap that back to the Disco 2-piece and the Tholian warp core, purely because this ship's a bit squishy. 3 mines on the back, and then a load of the nice universal consoles. So we've got the cutting tractor beam there, so that gives you your 30 starship hull, 30 energized hull plating, and that's always nice. It's got a nice wee animation effect on it as well. Then we've got the subspace fracture of the Volvin console. That's there for obvious reasons, for cooldowns. Delphic Tear, the 20% bonus exotic damage from that. The Proton Eruptor from the Klingon Dyson ship. I can't remember the name of it, the Lola or something I think it was. So again, that's there for the bonus for the exotics. The Gemini, again, bonus exotic damage there. Micro Dark Matter Anomaly, again, exotic particle generation. Fusion Cutting Beam, I can't remember if that's the one off the Chekhov, I think. Again, for the exotics. The Enforced Timeline there, again, for the exotic generation. Genesis. Who doesn't like Genesis? It's a very nice animation. Again, radiation damage and the drain there as well, plus the fact it's got a nice hold on it. Then we have the Ox ejection assembly from the legendary Constitution from the Kelvin timeline, so again that's there for the bonus exotic damage. The Ordnance accelerator from the Gamma reputation, I think that is. So again that's there for the projectile damage, the mine recharge as well. The Torment engine, again there for the exotics. Retrofitted the simulator, again exotic particle generation there as well. And opening salvo, so it's got the exotic particle generation and then it's also got the kinetic damage on it. Station wise, got one command there for the concentrate firepower. Got the Beta 1, the Kima sight. This should be targeting. I'm going to talk about idea of taking that off for something else. Not sure what yet. And the top spread 3. Better powered engines. Yeah, this one's a miracle worker. Not ideal, but it does give you the extra uni console. Gravwell 3, about the mixed armaments on it. So that's for the mine and the torp use there. And the standard on con triggers as well. Plus photonic officer. And then the trait wise, so I'm still messing about with the build and But starship trait wise, we have good old favourite Checkmate. We've got Ruin there. Piercing projectiles because torpedo build. Improved photonic officer. The weaponized exotic particles. The trait off the ship that everybody wants, the universal designs. So that's when you're activating a universal console. You're getting +2 crit chance and 10% severity. And then spore infused anomalies because, well, who doesn't like just spamming visual stuff on side builds? Space trait wise, not too much on it really. So with the good day to die, because it's an attack character, this ship will get used predominantly on my science one. Projectile training there, turn targeting. Then we've got enlightened for the exotic damage and the hull regen. The particle manipulator, again exotics. Resonating payload, so we get a good stack on that, which I've somehow managed just to delete. Not exactly the best of moves. I was hoping that was just going to pop up the details on it. So as we buy extra target hull damage and resistance, their resistance for the kinetic and physicals. Adaptive offense. Green shield tunnel in there. Inspirational leader. Uncon, naturally, and Boymore. So it's a build that I worked with somebody a few years ago who helped me set it up. I'd say it's not the most sciencey of builds, it's not the most EPG of builds, it's not the most torpedo of builds, but it does the trick. And then, as it's standard skin that's on it, you can apply the normal crossfield as well that comes with it. I've done a shield video on this a while back, but it was on the normal crossfield, not the refit. I didn't have it on account wide at the time. It marries up quite nice, so I might put the bow on it because I do quite like having it as black. Let's get a nice lines there standing out against it, and of course my favourite impulse engine effect of all the shields on it there as well. So all in all, most folk either get it because they're Discovery fans or get it because they want the universal designs trait. I'm going to have a wee quick play about with it. We'll just go into Elite Wanted. Purely because I got my ass handed to me in an advanced rescue earlier on when I was doing some salvage. We'll have a look at this and then we'll go and pick up the bundle and start looking at the other ships. Oh, come on, trigger and fire. I want my mines actually. Thank you. I think my mouse is on its way out as well. I've had a few issues where it's a nice big shockwave. That's the spore infused anomalies. That fusion cutting beam still cannot hit the broadside of a barn. Does not seem to want to do a lot of the auto firing at the moment. Let's relocate those mines and I've got a really bad feeling this is taking the option off for an auto attack. That's the second time I've had to reset that. Certainly not the fastest way of taking out the Kazon, but hey ho. Did it eventually.
Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
So get all the visual spam on the go. What's the worst that could happen, eh?
Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers. We will not go quietly.
Genesis. It would be nice if we actually got the Mutara Nebula as a TFO with the Reliant and hang out with Annie. Hello.
You will stand down and surrender to the Vented Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with multiple.
As I race against the clock, you've got to disable the Defiant and leg it before again, the Genesis device goes off. Captain Thorn.
We do what we want, where we want.
Yes, you do what you want, where you want, and it's not really worked out too well for you so far, has it? I mean, this fusion cutting beam just goes wherever the hell it wants to go. It doesn't actually hit the target. I don't think it's ever hit the target since it was introduced into the game. Yeah, it's busy, 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 mate, with work, pal. It's been absolutely brutal this week. And last week for that matter. But get next week by, and hopefully things will start quieting down. And then beginning of November I start handing everything over to my boss. It's because I changed jobs at the end of November. So that'll be the next busy thing, trying to get him up to speed on my project. But by the time he takes over, 75% will be done. Well, at the moment I'm doing offshore wind farms, but my previous jobs I worked in electrical substations doing telecoms work. I was an engineer, I was a supervisor, I was a project engineer by the time I eventually left. But I am now going over to our, what they call the transmission part of the business, which is the substations that I used to work in, but this time I'm on the opposite side of the fence.
For a pacification party,
So I'll have a small team
into custody.
of engineers doing
Thank you for your assistance.
everything that I used to do from the other side.
Fighting large.
So
We have the suspect.
a bit more money. Keep me entertained a bit more. Something I know as well, and also it cuts down on my international travel. So as much as it's nice going to places like Holland and Germany and Spain, etc., on the company's dime, being able just to run round Scotland and visit the sites and fix problems be a lot easier, to say the least. Righty, oh, so that's the cross refit, which now is going to free up a ship slot in my roster, because I can now finally dismiss the ship once I pick up the bundle. So let's go to the ship tailor. Well, no, actually, let's go to the manage ships. That's probably the most efficient place to go. Into the store. Science, Masters of Science choice pack. So I am going for the 3 ships, because there's not really much point in getting the epic prize tokens, because they're old ships. Cheers, Thorn, much appreciated. Single character unlock ships, not really worth it. Definitely no point in getting experimental ship upgrade tokens. Waste of money, because you can just get them for free from Phoenix during the Phoenix events, like the one we just had. 300 low buy crystals. You'll get that from the master keys easily, and definitely no point in getting the ultimate tech upgrades. So 3 ships, and the rest of it not that interested in. So make sure I'm buying the choice pack as well, because the last thing I'm about to do is buy the mega bundle. Right. So we're going for the Crossfield size spearhead refit, the Voth Bastille temporal science vessel, and the Anorax. I probably shouldn't let me open it, because I've already got it. So that's fine, so I can discard that just now. Let's get the Anorax out. The creamer. Really? That shape? I don't think so. Yeah, Puck, how we doing? We'll call it the Viceroy. Anybody's been watching the streams the last few weeks will have noticed that I have been doing weapons packs. Specifically the Coalition Disruptor weapons packs. Oh look, Coalition Disruptors. So my thinking is, I am going to do all the theme building this eventually. Yeah, not too bad, but just busy, mate. So as this is a Science Dreadnought, I'm thinking this one probably more of a Jusai kind of build. The only problem with this is its console is locked to the ship. So let's ready this just now. Let's put the Disco 2-piece on, and we'll stick on that warp core. Let's get rid of the horrible visuals. Yeah, disable visuals and that as well. Right. I'm going to X2 this. Just for giggles. Right. Let's see what's still in this. It's fine. Discharge this one. So what I'll do is I'll swap over to my... Yeah, Phil. Nah, actually that's fair, yeah, that's fair. Moobot must like my accent. Let's and dump all these on here just now. Well, not all of them, because obviously I'm a couple of consoles short. Definitely put Woven on, and I'm going to get rid of that Fusion Cutting Beam because it's, well, couldn't hit the broadside of the barn. I'm going to leave on the console from the ship though to play with it. Hey, Aries, how we doing? Well, it's thanks to the generosity of Twitch and real merch, funnily enough. Help keep the servers running because I've just got my first Twitch payout actually came in yesterday, which helped towards this bundle, and I'm due quite a bit of commission from real merch anytime in the next month as well. So that's thanks to everybody really that tunes in, watches the streams, watches the videos, uses the code on real merch for their orders. All of that helps. Alright. You know what, I think I'm fine running out with that, I think, to be honest. I'm only going to put up the weapons packs and see if I can maybe pick up some DHCs and swap this over to a Juicai. We'll do that in a wee moment. I want to... Where's my check off? Matter of fact, there's me Vern, that'll do. Just to and dump this in out. No unpleasant, just lying about, that's fine. So, the Arax, so that's quite an older ship, this one. Let's jump into the wiki and see when it came in. Of course it's not updated yet. Typical. Science Dreadnought. So when was this introduced? 10 years ago. So it's been floating about for a while, this one. So it was a promotional ship as well. Ooh, I've got that. I've got that as well. I don't think I've got that one. Yeah, it's because I've not got the paradox yet. Yeah, I know. It's like putting miracle worker on a science ship. Does beg the question as to why? Why? Is this just because I work around about your house, Eric? Is that what it is? So let's have a wee look at the stations on this. So, Intel, 2 Intel seats, but again, not full spec. Do have a Commander Science though, so that's going to be good. In grade, it would be better with I'll put Con on it. No, matter of fact, actually, I'm going to put Photonic Officer on it. I'll leave Tactical until I see what we get. Weapon-wise. In fact, I'll leave those two until we see what we get weapon-wise. 10 years ago, I don't think so. See what fun and amazing stuff we can put on this. Let's like buy the book on just for a laugh because I've not used that one for a while. And I have to put EWC on, but well, I'll see in a minute. Let's go and open up these weapons packs and see if anything interesting drops. Bank. Also, I don't think there'll be much in the way of customization on this either, but we'll have a quick nosy. I really do wish they'd hurry up and give us the option of applying the visuals directly from the ship customizer so we can unequip shields when you're an idiot like myself and forgets to do it. Type 1, Type 2, which might need a bit of work. Back to Time 1. Again, a nice filter on this list would be good as well, funnily enough. I'll leave it as a Krenin Bridge, why not? And no window options. Yeah, Muzz Bundle Addict. Vanity Shield Addict here, how we doing? yeah, I had it up a second ago, Ken. 10 years, just over. Again, they've done not too bad a job with the model though. Like that. Well, it's fairly screen accurate. Right. Let's see what we can get from these weapons packs. Well, I do cannon build. If we can get something decent out of them. And if not, you can always sell them on the exchange. Dual cannons. Disruptor cannon. Not really. That one dual heavy. That one turret. Dual cannon. Yeah, I was hoping for more dual heavies if I'm honest, but I just pick some up if I've got enough EC. Glad to see the servers are back to normal. Right, let's see what these are going for. Adventurous, okay. Don't think they'll sell at that, but 10 with the bits, thank you very much, pal. Put it up for 19.5. Well, not to totally screw folk over that have got them up for hire. What's the other one there? Dual cannons, pop that. Quite a price difference, isn't there? 'Tis the way to say hi. That's fair enough. How many is it to say I love you? I'll only put them in the bank just now until I get some more. That's it. It's going to be more for a theme build. That I know they were doing beams in the show, but I want cannons. I'll stick them there just now. Right, so it looks like we're sticking with torps. Start at the bottom and work our way up. Oh yeah. I was going to say, how did I get Vulcan Hollow? But I remembered I picked up the Senzo Walker thingamajiggy off the store, not the legendary one though. Nice. Oh, Universal Designs, duh. Yeah, I'm talking about UD and I've not even got it equipped. How good's that? Right, SRO attack. Let's throw on Torchblade 3, Mind Dispersal Alpha, and Chemocytes. Photonic Shockwave. Don't need anything else tactical for this. Don't need anything else engineering for this. Just throw in a couple of intel abilities, I think. What your attack will do. Swap their specialization to intel. Vile Impulse burst for another uncon, and probably Ionic Turbulence, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, damn it, I forgot to bring through a bottle of juice. How well organised I am tonight. Now, I set up that tree. It's always a fun part of getting a new ship, is having to do the trees. I did leave the Krenum Dudas on, Heavy Raiders, just to see what they were. I'll take that off the bar as well, because we won't need that. Ugh, that's why those bean chips. I'm starting to see more and more of them now. It certainly is, Eric. And it certainly does keep you entertained. So let's max out the Ox. And we'll max out the engines. Always fun on hot builds. Your ship moves like a bat out of hell. I can go there, I can come down here. What's this? Temporal distortion field, right? Well, we keep that relatively handy. I'm having so many universal consoles on. Ooh. It has a lance. That could call for the Trafalgar console. What would you give up for it though? That's the question. I'm tickling the back of the throat because I'm talking that much. Nah. I'll leave that off just now. Right, so I've got that right. Stick that there just now and I'll fix that in a minute. True. Then you get a nice big ripple and all the ships around you change. That's a wannabe for one. They've got about fucking 500 boxes soon. Not that they don't tell us that on a regular basis. Yes. This is the way. Dump that there just now. I should have a play about with this subsystem targeting. I've really messed around with it too much. Gotta be messing around on that science too, and just having all the tactical stuff on a science ship's just not sitting that well with me at the moment. Now with the feckin' hiccups again, bloody hell. Now the hiccups, I mean the proper hiccups, for the first time in probably 25 or 30 years. The other night. And I was wide awake when they started. I was just causing and no idea what the hell set it off. I was sound asleep at the time. Okay, mines, always good to have when you're using mines. I hadn't had them for long enough. It took me a minute to fathom what they actually were. Stick the file impulse burst up there. Put the tractor beam down here. In fact, actually, you know what? I'm going to break from my usual routine. Stick these up here. Have you got the 13th anniversary bundle? It's a bad state of affairs, but you can't remember what bundle you've got. Mine's is the opposite. I've got to try and remember what ships are in what bundle. That one. And it's not that one I'm thinking of. Sorry, you got the 12th. It's the 12th I was thinking of. Yeah, bigger with a single powerful build. Fair enough. I was going to say, because if you had this, the Mirror Strike Wing Escort, that with an Uncon build, slap the Trafalgar console on it, Plasma CSV build, rock and roll. Comes with the Lexington, the Cygnus, the Trailblazer, which I just never really took to the Pathfinder shape at all, and the Adamant, and that's got a damn good console on it. No, not yet, mate. I shall do so though. In the store. Just look in the Zen store. Click on bundles and see if it says purchase next to it. I take it, I'm just going to call it MBA or BA at this point. Take what to see if it does actually reclaim. Yep. Crossfield refits there. There's the RX. And there's the Voth. No, and ship bundles. Where you'd go to buy them in the first place. Let's look down and find the 12th anniversary bundle, and if it says purchased, you've got it.
Congratulations.
And if it doesn't say purchased, you don't. There we go. Yep, that's him there, mate. I should just call it the Dominoes. So yeah, so you don't have it. Yeah, I'll have a wee play about with the Voss ship in a minute. Well, in a few minutes I might go and level up the RX. I'm just going to finish naming this ship something. I'll call it the Orca. Yeah, we might need a bigger ship, but we'll find out. M25, there we go. That'll do it. Right. As I say, that is the character that I'm doing my EPG builds on. So, having the science ships over there is the ideal location. Just doing it on my main tune at the moment, purely because I've got everything on it. You know, traits, consoles, buffs, training manuals, etc. You're still using the yeah, I might as well get another drink at the moment. No, I might do 2 secs. I take an old man sweetie. Werther's Original. See, that helps. Apart from the fact you'll really need subtitles now. As I was saying, Dan, you've still got the Legendary Galaxy, don't you? That's the one you're running just now. Yeah. Have you got any escorts? Back to that Holly Zone, this one's getting a bit... Good God, there's an Proxima. That must be about the second or third one I've actually seen in the wild. Well, I said the White Gal-X is a damn good ship. And if you're getting out what you want out of it, happy days. Oh, this thing does not want to turn. Nice wee roll effect there, that's quite nice. Let's park here. Yeah, so I'd probably say out of the C store, Dan, if you're wanting something that's a bit quicker, a better turn rate for a CSV build, something like a 5.3. Clark. That's sorry, Clark's no, that's a 4.4. Thinking of what am I thinking of? Wasn't the Clark, what was the other one? Might have been the Bozeman actually. So the Wild Razor, best Galaxy there is. I can say that hands down. Bozeman, yeah, sort of a reliant one. It's an Intel ship, but it's a 5.3. Great for cannons. It is quick. It's nimble. The console off it, the sensor drones, is still quite used. So if you ever get any T6 coupons or anything, Bozeman's a good one. The Achilles, which obviously get the hex cannons on, it's a bit soft. The Hydra's a good ship. I used that for long enough. I actually had some of my record runs at the time in ISE. My little monsters, thank you very much for the follow. I've got my own set of little monsters, but I'm sure the more the merrier. So the Hydras, that's the Prometheus one. Quite like that for doing CSV builds on. Valdres, Strike Wing Escort, another fun one to do. There's the Achilles. Legendary Akira, believe it or not. I've done CSV builds on it, I've done Tort builds on that. Legendary Avenger. It's another option. Little butt plug as folk refer to it as. That's actually quite fun. Yeah, Fleet Norway as well, yeah. Yeah, the Achilles, I'd say it's a decent enough ship. I'd say I just found it a bit soft. Yeah, it still performed well. I still fly it, you know, when I'm rotating through the ships. Put a couple of survivability traits on it, and away you go. Okay, Spencer. Yeah, so the Typhon, I've got mine set up as a rainbow build. CSV and turrets. With all the different damage types. Just so when you get those endeavours, do plasma damage space, do phaser damage space at the same time, I just take out the Typhon and away I go. Get it all in a winner. Right, so the Anoraks. Let's get back to this ship. Quite nice animations on it. When they getting a bit closer, set region of the space. Well, hey, there we go. Zoomed right in. That's very nice animations to it. Quite nice bit of detail on it as well. Again, could probably use with a remaster. Yeah, but again, 10-year-old ship, it's not going to look brand new. Compared to the ships that we've got now, especially the way the art team are doing them, which is absolutely superb. So I'll do a video on this at some point. I know I keep saying I'm going to do videos, but see, trying to get the time just now to actually sit and concentrate and try and get it all done in one take is a bit of a challenge just now. So there's the Safe Galaxy refit one. Like putting a sun on the side of your ship, so that's the deflector effect there. Hey now, 007, how are we doing? Yeah, it's not really changing any of this animation, so that's all going to stay purple, is my gut feeling. Yep, putting the Alliance on it just now. So yeah, that's a colour scheme, alright. Yeah, it's got the deflectors on the side of it, which is impressive. Yeah, so it's just taking the deflector array effects and just really plastering it on the ship. Me doing a video on this is really going to annoy the hell out of me. Yeah, I just picked up earlier on. And that was the point of the stream, was to get a fucking counter off here. I'm doing survival tonight. Was to get the ships, have a lot to play about with them. I already had the crossfield refit. So I've been using that for a couple of years. First time looking at the Anoraks. That doesn't look too bad, that actually. It works quite well with the purple, I think. That looks really nice. I like that. Yeah, so I've got a few alts that I wanted universal designs on, because the way I'm going to do builds, etc. Over the next year. So that was my main driving force behind it. And then also I do the streams, I do the shield visual videos, so I do a lot of content with it as well, which in turn helps pay for it. So I'm probably in a different situation to most players. And see, that Borg deflector array just looks fantastic. I really do like that. And quite a bit of that conduit material with the lighting effects there on it as well. Again, we've got it going the inside there. That isn't too bad at all. This is me taking mental notes for doing yeah, 10 years. Yeah. Well, funnily enough, You say that, Eric, I do take a note of what I buy, and obviously what I earn as well. In the UK it's not too bad because you can earn up to, I think it's £1,000 a year before you have to declare it. Nowhere near that, in case anybody's thinking I'm a millionaire or anything. This is going to get quite bright, so I'd put sunglasses on or something. That's a courier one. It's kind of that brushed bare metal with the black and then obviously the bloody bright white. Wonder actually. Yep. So it's keeping the purple engine trail, but it's giving that wee white flame at the back of it. It's like it's having a wee fart. See, I prefer the dark ones. It might be because I live in a bloody cave, mind you. I want an office with no windows. That's my home office. It's a Kelvin. Again, it's got that Kelvin deflector, which I'd really do quite like the way I've recreated that in the game. I just like the fact that Voyager got his ass kicked on a regular basis, but saying that, that's just me. So you're more 50 Shades of Grey, is that what you're saying, Dan? You're not quite went to the dark side, you're not quite on the light side. Nah, I get it. I did quite like the Year of Hell because it had, oh, I can't remember the actor's name. Played Red Foreman in the 70s show, and he was the president in Star Trek 6. Was a Cardassian in DS9 Things Past, or Past Prologue or something like the episode was, where Odo creates the link on the shuttle with Sisko and Garrick and so forth. This is section 31. I've never quite been sold on this shield purely because it's just not a matte black. But it's very reflective. Well, the Courier Raider shield is for you, Dan. It has white, it has black. Good God, that's a fucking miniature sun. Jesus, that's bright. I like the grey off the Prodigy shield, I have to say. And do this without blinding everybody. Oh yeah, yeah, it was in Robocop as well, yep. Forgot about that. I've seen quite a lot of things. Have a look at the Herc. Again, that's not that bad on this ship, I have to say. Yeah, that's the Herc one, that's quite nice. Usually able to find at least one ship that a shield will work on when it doesn't work on any others. The Zinkethy one's nice as well on it. You get the pulsating white there as well. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, very much so, Dan. And when the Ferengis steal them and create a war, there you go. Right, that's the Ferengi one. Let's stop messing about with that. I'm going to zoom back out again. You know what? I'm going to stick the bow one on. Very sucker, that's the fucking PvP one, ain't it? It's a ground one. Yeah, no, not doing that. Oh, you can just call it the disco refit, honestly. I was wondering what the hell you're talking about. 32nd century one? I don't have a 32nd century one. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, those ones I just tend to skip. Unless I'm bang on. That gets me over the threshold for the perk point. Yeah, it's not overly bad, that one either. Let's bring out the detail here quite nicely. Maybe ours could be into an Emperor's one. Still like that deflector array effect. Anyway, my stick on that one. It's 31, I already did that one. Kurtwood Smith, that's it. Thank you, Eric. There. And I'll zoom back and read down to 6. That's very reflective. See, just because it's got this animation in it, that purple's never going to change. That would be the only slight drawback to it, I think. Apart from that, though, most of the shields look fine on it. And they do work quite nicely with the purple as well. Anyway, stick that one on it. And then let's jump in if it has reset. Right. Let's get this ship leveled up. And then I might go and get a drink before I start coughing all over the place again. Another old man's sweet because it's helping. I should actually put anchored on this because it might help. Hey. I was doing that when I actually had the man flu. This is because I'm talking so much. I get the wee tickle at the back of my throat. I don't tend to talk too much during the day because, well, not anybody to talk to. Especially when I'm working from home. Well, I did put spore infused anomalies on it. That's the console, that's me phased out of time. Yeah, we can get,
individual ships. Separate them.
I've not seen the Vix ones, but we get, those strepsils, same thing. Throat lozenges that have got a anaesthetic in them. It does numb the throat.
Will not go quietly.
See, the Borg won't, even the Borg won't assimilate the Kazon, so you send little probes when you assimilate their ships. Flintstone's chewable Martin. That's literally just because my throat's dry, that's all it is.
You will stand down and surrender to the Benton Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations under the atmosphere, possibly consistent with multiple temporary hideouts.
That big Kazon carrier suddenly turns into a Borg probe. I think there might be a bit of a size discrepancy there.
We do what we
But I love science bills for visual spam and nothing else. About a week off in November. Taking my birthday week off. I'm hoping to get tickets for the Scotland game on my birthday, so I can go to Hampden and hopefully watch them qualify for the World Cup. And then that week I'm going to spend really getting all the videos done. And I've been meaning to do for long enough, but also sit and go through every single trait, console, everything I can think of, and sort out some decent EPG builds for the science character. I'm surprised the ships don't actually tear themselves apart. Okay, you think I've got one gravity source there, another one here, and I had the grav well over there, so you think the sheer stress on the hull would just sort of rip them apart.
We have the sun.
To be honest though, for a 10-year-old ship, I was quite happy with that. You know, it's not going to be a major damage ship, but you know, that was quite enjoyable. I quite liked doing that. I've been down to Joint Command. Let me see how many ship slots I've got available. Oh, good. I've got one. Also just got an Admiralty card as well. I can probably dismiss. Yeah, can't do it. So I can get rid of that. Right. That was pretty much it, yeah. Really can't go wrong. Hey! Been there recently. I'm terrible for ship names, I really am. I'll call it the McKinley, why not? I should have called it something began with E so I could have found it easier. So that comes with the Voth anti-proton Omni. So I mean, damn sure they can dismiss that. Yeah, that's what I was doing for quite some time as well. But I was solely focused on that. Predominantly fire will builds at the time, to be honest. Then I started to get into the CSV builds. Bit of tanking. I do have a torp build that I really need to start practicing on, as well with the Eagle. But I decided well, that's not very nice. 2 wee seconds. Nope. Just going to stick it on and see if I can get it as an upgradable option. Because now it's in muds, would be a good time to upgrade it. I'll see chat again in a second. I've got it covered at the moment with Discord. Base equipment. 10 store. There we go. That'll tell them I have used the power of the official forum. Forum? Discord. Right. I'm going to take a quick 5 minutes. I'm going to get a bottle of juice through. Or maybe a canny monster out of the car. Then we'll have a proper look at this ship. So enjoy the slideshow. I'll even remember to turn the music up this time, please. And then back. So let's have a look at when this ship came out. Fibre broadband, it still takes forever and a day to load up. So this one's not quite as old as the Ananax, 2019. Let's see, Wobai ship. I did think about picking one up actually during the last Wobai sale until I had a feeling that this might turn up. Right. So I'll have to play about with it. Oh, I just hit the ban button. Oh dear. Who would have thought it? It's up to X2. Shield off it as well. Yeah, I'll leave those on. That's go there. Where'd me ship go? Where did it go? What did I call it? Anyway, that's it. Don't want anything, swap anything else. I'll leave the console on and have a wee look at it. What? That I come back? You cheeky sod. Got to look at the traits. We put Spore and Fuse and Anomalies back on. If I can find them. Learn how to spell as well would probably help. Oh, there it is. So good. So I'm going to have some fun with this. So definitely keep the Gravwell 3. Tell you what, I'll put recursive shearing on instead. Actually, I'll put a Gravwell up here. There's my cheat sheet. Where is my cheat sheet? There's my cheat sheet. This is just Heisenberg, chronometric, and hell am I doing? Back up again. Timeline collapse is the other one. That's what it is. I've not got timeline collapse in this. Thought I did. Timeline collapse 2. No, there is a timeline collapse 1. Right. Stick them on. I will stick the rest of the science abilities on here. Well, scramble. And jam target sensors. There we go. We'll take improved. Damn, I don't have thinking Photonic Officer 1. That's going to be a bit of a pain in the arse. Right, we'll just take that trait off at this time. And I'll swap it for something else. Put buy the book back on. Right, that's that. Not very much for the tactical scene, is there? Top spread 1. Put Chemosite on, and we'll do that. It's a bit heavy on the engineering. And that's engines right. There we go. All right. I'll the ship customize and have a wee look at it as well. That's probably what I should have done with the other one actually. Let's take some screenshots whilst I'm here. Yeah, I much prefer that one. To be ticked, I'm just going to grab some screenshots for the graphics. Staying alive's overrated. Right. The screenshot's done. Let's go and have the joys of redoing the trays. Yay! So excited when I get to do that. Also shut the chat window as well. Very nice and reflective though. Do that. This is right. See, even if it would just keep the trays in the same order, I could live with that. But open the salvo up here on the spam bar actually. Ah no. Make the players happy. Not on my watch. Now, when I was doing the temporal troop science character, I spent a week going through every single ship that I had and doing this, you know, doing the builds, doing the trays, getting the ship mastery, getting rid of the ship, doing the next one, and the next one, and the next one. There's no such thing as happiness, it's an illusion. I always say to put your fire mode on first, but I'm sticking a chemosite on first. there actually. Relocate mines. Sensors. There, put that on there. I wasn't so pedantic about where I put things, this would be quicker. Right. Got the right secondary deflector, that's a question. The wiki. Let's bring me. Crive, what do you mean, what the fuck? I don't know, what's this? Is that on the boffs? Or on the doffs even? I think that's a you problem, mate, because mine's is alright. I was looking forward to seeing them dance as well. That should be a good idea. I should wait and check to see what bleeding I've actually got on. Nope, can't put that on. That's just bloody annoying. What was the other one again? I'm not doing command. Oh wait a minute, I do have a... Nah, it's an intel one I've got. Yeah, something else. Why have I not got the emergency con hologram on? Oh, there we go. That's better. Yeah, so I was going to check this deflector to make sure I've got the right one on, because I always go for the one that triggers with the abilities that I've got on. Wait, ones. What I was looking for. What's that resonating I've got on? For that, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Got the right one on. Whew. To have a think to myself there. Right, so let's have a quick nosy at this one with the shields as well, both were on it. So this one's Temporal Sign, so it's not the Spearhead, so it does all the Dreadnought, so it's only got 3-3 layouts. It's my APG on this actually. Yeah, not exactly the best science stats, but hey ho. Save Gauss one. I like the wee bit of gold there, that's quite nice. It's big deflector at the front. quite nice, that. Hey up, Doc. Ah, the Goldilocks range. That's the Bastille. The Voth one from the Months bundle. Interesting. Well, the Bizarre character effect at the front. There's the Cell one. There's the Impulse engine effect though. And then we've got the deflector array effect in the fucking engines. Why can they not just fucking tag things? So apparently we've got one main deflector at the front and 5 of them at the back. Yeah, that's just going to piss me off. So the only thing I'm actually doing, looking at the shield videos and that, is I can pick up on all this, and it does put me off ships, I have to say. It is a me problem, to be honest, but nice red impulse engine effects there, and then they did this with the Stronghold as well. It's not really a new ship, it's 6 years old, but it's the one in the new bundle, if that's what you're wondering. It's that one. So I've already done these two, and now we're looking at this one. But yeah, as I say, they did this in the Voth Stronghold as well. They had the engine, but they put the deflector array in it. And then they stuck the impulse engine effect on the front of the damn thing. So this bit here's fine. That bit there's not too bad. Yeah, I can see the impulse engine. That'd probably be better if it was warp ones with the Bizarre collectors there, but the fucking deflector array inside the engines. That's just a pain in the tits. So that's like the Stronghold, which I don't fly, if I'm honest. And this one I probably will, depending how it goes in the next patrol. I'll probably get flown without visuals on it. Shield visuals it is. So we've got to look at the Borg. We need to fight the array pattern there. See, that looks alright. It's just me because I know that it's the wrong effect. That's all. It looks fine, it does look nice. So I say that does kind of look like the inside of an engine. That deflector. How about that conduit material on this one? Section 31. God, that fucking shadowing is really damn man-nutting. Especially on this shield. Somebody asked me, why do these folk that do these videos not do it at the dice and it's got the best lighting? Oh. There's the engines. Again, it does look fine, it's just wrong. Once you had that red in there. Yeah, I say it's not saying it doesn't look nice, it's just, for me, just because I know it's wrong, it annoys me, that's all. We didn't look at the Zat Vash the last time, so let's have a look at that this time. We've put quite a nice bit of detail around the engine house in there, it's quite nice. Touches of the blue at the back there, at the front. And it works with that reflective material on it as well. Really does look quite nice. It's similar to colours to the base material as well, so it does work. Anyway. Engines are futile. Exactly, Dan. Exactly. Oh. Let's take it out for a spin and see what happens. Has the patrol reset? That's the question. Yes, it has. Right, let's take this in. I'll do this and then I'll probably have some final thoughts. You're right. It is the crossfield that spins. Now, if only you said, "Oh, I missed the spinning," and then I could have corrected you. That would have been the proper thing to do. Much visual spam. Who would have thought it? If you put a little bit of throttle on it, your ship actually turns better. What we really need is the self-replicating cloaking mines from Deep Space Nine. That's what we need.
Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
I say it turns quite nicely. Let's grow a planet out of nothing. But we don't do single target builds. Single target builds? Hey, do you know how we doing? Yeah, I did, mate. The rest of the bumping it isn't worth it. Unless you're wanting a stack of keys you can't sell. I'd flag my annoyance with the vanity shields to Pundus, but I know what he'll say. If it was that way on the original ship, then that's it. That's too much time and expense to try and fix it.
Sensors are picking up small habitations from some of the asteroids. Possibly
That's fair enough.
temporary hideout.
I'm hoping to get a key sale soon because the key prices have went nuts on the exchange. It's at 13.2 or 13.3 million when I looked earlier on. Not that I'm after anything in particular, I just like opening the boxes. Oh, if I get a ship pack, I get a ship pack. If not, if I get some weapons pack, it's great. Yeah, I was watching Terran's stream earlier on this morning, he was saying similar. But the problem is just now is that nothing's really shifting on the exchange. Until I get more bounce back mails than anything these days. I've had stuff up that would normally sell, you know, within a day or two, and it's bouncing back 2 or 3 times. Most of the time when it does start bouncing back, I just stick it back in the bank and just sit on it for a while. Yeah. Well, that's what I'd hoped when they started the event, to be honest. Now, the event came in, had something from Elite Force in it, which, you know, most of us that were gaming in the 90s have played and quite enjoyed. I thought that would have got a lot more movement on the market, but not really. Nah, I don't have that problem yet. Yeah, I was looking at Battlefield, but I don't know. I quite enjoyed the demo. As the last Battlefield I really enjoyed was Battlefield 3. And that was the last one I properly enjoyed. That took me away from COD for about 2 or 3 years. It's alright, I was getting notifications of live streams whilst I was watching the live stream that started about an hour and a half, 2 hours beforehand and was just about to finish. So I don't know what's up with Twitch now. In fact, I actually got a notification to watch my VODs earlier on as well saying, looking for something new to watch? Check this out. And I'm like, that's me. I don't want to watch me. I want other folk to watch me. There we go. Yeah, I didn't feel too bad that one, to be honest. Yeah. I think having the Disco 2-piece on for survivability compared to the Revolutionary set made the Anoraks in this feel better than the Crossfield. Ship master redundant. Yep. Let's beam back down. So, I'm just gonna have a look at the market and see what the if somebody's came in and decided let's reset the key market. Not that I've got much bleeding EC to play with. Mm, 12.8. I was watching the official Discord just to see how many folk, well, put up bug. Oh, I can't sell the keys. Right, that's all 3 ships. Oh. So, the 4th one, that's feels alright. You know, on that run it was quite nimble. For flying, you know, it's 3-3. Can it take DHCs? No, it can't. So, you can't equip dual heavy cannons to it, so, yeah. Probably just leave it as a side torque build then. It's definitely not one I'd go out my way to fly every day, but put it into rotation. It's definitely on the cards for that one. Thoroughly enjoyed the Anarix. Thought it looked good, even with the shields on it. You've been watching Space Ice too much, Eric. But yeah, so I really did enjoy flying the Anarix, and that is one that I will fly. I'll try some different builds on it. Once I get some more of the Coalition Disruptor DHCs, I'll probably do a CSV build on it and see how that goes. The only thing I don't like is the fact that the console is bound to this ship. That's about the only drawback I found with it. Certainly not a impactful ship anymore, but still fun. And that's certainly the aim of the game. It's fun. I might play about in the build and the rest. Yes, thank you, Eric. For the Crossfield, I've been flying that for the last couple of years on and off. I need to go and put the Disco 2-piece on it and test it again to see if it's more survivable. And the only thing I'm not a big, well, a few things I'm not a big fan of it. For a start, bloody Miracle Worker ship for a science spearhead. Nah. They should have had an Intel or a Temp Ops seating. It handles well. It looks okay. I've got the rest of the Crossfield skins from the rest of the bundles anyway, but you do get the original one. As I say, the Glen, whatever the hell that was supposed to be. Mirror one there, and of course the Mirror Crossfield itself. But again, for folk that are buying the bundle, they're either doing it for the trait, because I've seen YouTube people telling you it's meta, and everybody goes, "Oh, it's meta, I must have it." And what do? Oh, I sit with Mark 12 gear and do story missions. Crack on. Or disco fans that want the 32nd century refit for their tunes. Either way, keeps the lights on. So happy days on that front. Again, for me, it's universal designs on a few alts, and I do use them. My KDF ones, my ROMs, my Gemadar, and that Science Temple Recruit is going to get used more and more often as I get it built up more and more for the EPG builds. So, trait wise, Crossfield Refit's the best one there. Oh, what did you do? Thorny, what did you do to get booted out? Because that's quite impressive. I'll wait for him to come back to me on that one, or if he pings me. Yeah, so for trait wise, Crossfield Refit's the best ship in the bundle, without a doubt. Fun wise and build wise, I'm leaning towards the Anorex on that score myself. I'm not usually a big fan of alien ships and that for flying, but that grew on me quite quickly. Now, if only we can get that dark hull material for it. Yeah, I fell out of love with the Section 31 shield. I'm more the Baul shield now. If I'm wanting a dark themed ship, if I'm wanting more of a light one, I tend to go the Prodigy shield. Not a big fan of deflector effect, but I do like the grey hull material. So yeah, so thoroughly enjoyed that. And I say the fourth one, that was an alright little ship. The only thing that put me off it was the shield visuals. But I say that's a me thing. I need to go and run some TFOs and that with it. But again, it seems an alright little science ship. There are obviously better ones in the game. The Ark Royal. Oh, an ad break, wait for him to come back. Oh, that is a pile of shite, mate. If I'm brutally honest. And I know for a fact you never, ever would advocate the political violence. And hell, I understand fucking the kids. And I shouted mine as well, funnily enough. I should have fell out with my parents on Monday. It was my middle son's birthday, and the eldest was a bit jealous, and he was playing with the younger one, and he threw him right into the door, which was open, and the handle went into the little one's back. Yeah. I know you did make us watch your video and that, but I fully agreed with you. So it's evidently somebody with an agenda, pal. So, but no, it's yeah, tits. So, no, it's fine, buddy. If you want to chat about it afterwards, ping me on Discord. We'll have a blather about it. And I'm just wrapping up anyway. This is my well, imagine, mate. I might ping. I'll ping sooner. And see what I can sort out. I'll get on quite well with Suna and I'll explain the situation and see. Bye. I'll grab you after this. So yeah, so doing my Jerry Springer final thoughts. And bundle itself, It's like everything in Muds. It's a rip-off merchant store, but as I say, it keeps the lights on. And as for the bundle itself, is it good? Is it bad? Is it indifferent? As I've been saying on Spencer's Discord since yesterday, it's each to their own. If you want the ships, you want them account wide. Yeah. Charlotte's working in the background. So if they want the ships, want it account wide, you can afford it, get the bundle. If you don't like the ships, you're not interested in meta, don't buy it. Nothing's must have in this game. There's a lot of nice to haves. There's a lot of things that might make the gameplay a bit easier, that depending on your playstyle you might make it enjoy a bit more, but so it's each to their own. You just arrived and I'm just finishing. Hey, we're timing this well. I might try that on the next Mutara stream. I might turn up at the last minute just to annoy Moobot. But yeah, it's always funny when folk ask in the Discord and that, is this a good bundle? And folk go, it's a load of shite. It's like, for them it probably is. For the person that's asking, it might be the best thing since sliced bread. So I'm just going to keep that in mind when we answer the questions. Anywho, it is 20 to 11 my time. I am going to go find somebody to read out to on Twitch. See who's playing, who's doing what. And wrap up because another fun and exciting day at work tomorrow. Anybody doing STO apart from me? He's German. I have to try and find an English speaking stream if I can. Not that my guest anything in a foreign language, I think a lot of the viewers would probably pay more attention if it was in that language. There's somebody playing Battlefield 6. I might fire over there, I think. Let's go to the Battlefield 6 stream. So yeah, mature gaming, yeah, I can't get that. So yes, so I will be back tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel. So until then, thank you everybody that's joined in. Hope you enjoyed having a look at the ships. We'll probably continue this a bit more. Tomorrow night's theme build night. So might see I'll pick up some weapons packs and wrong one. See what on shot and some the 32nd century disco weapons, etc. And Danway's cheerio, cheers. Thank you very much, pal. And some more of the coalition ones as well. And we'll do some theme builds on these ships. But until then, thanks again for watching. I'll catch you later on.